Welcome to the Operations category of your interactive learning experience. In this lesson, you will learn about the operational side of running your fireworks booth. You will learn how you will receive your product, important DOT guidelines your organization will need to follow, and then how to go about returning your product to finish up the season. Our first topic will be on product distribution. It's pretty hard to sell fireworks out of your booth if you don't get your product first, am I right? So let's get you started on possible ways you will receive your product from TNT. Remember, these options may vary depending on your location and region, so be sure to check with your area manager. The first process we'll walk through is if your product is being delivered LTL by an outside freight vendor. Some examples of these types of carriers are XPO, Estes, Old Dominion, and FedEx. Your assigned carrier will reach out to you to schedule a delivery date and time window. On delivery day, it's very important that you have 5 or 6 able-bodied volunteers to help receive your product. When the driver arrives, he or she will drop your pallets as close to your storage area as possible. Please remember to verify your pallet count with the driver and sign for your merchandise. The driver then needs to head to his next delivery, so he will not be able to help you break down pallets, load your storage unit, or inventory your product. That is what your extra volunteers are for. Please do not hold up the delivery driver. Once your pallets are dropped off, locate the envelope that includes your packing list prior to removing the shrink wrap. Trust me, it will be much easier to find if you locate before breaking down the pallets. Work smarter, not harder. Am I right? After you've located your envelope, you need to find your sales aid kit. It should be the only white box in a sea of brown ones. We'll get into why that's important in another lesson, but for now, set it aside. After you've located your delivery envelope and sales aid kit, you're ready to verify your order. Stack like boxes and have one person call off the pack list to inventory your merchandise. Make sure you report all shortages and/or overages to your local TNT branch. The next process is if your product is getting delivered by a TNT in-house driver. TNT will contact you to set up a date and time window for your delivery. On delivery day, please make sure you have 5 or 6 able-bodied volunteers to help with all the boxes and inventory. Once your driver arrives, he'll drop off your pallets as close to your storage unit as possible. Please verify your pallet count with your driver and then sign for your product. Sound familiar? I thought so. Please, remember the driver has a schedule to keep. If you hold up the driver, it means the group behind you will not get their delivery on time. Please be courteous to your fellow nonprofit groups and help the driver get on his way as quickly as possible. Remember, we are all in this together. Just like LTL, you're going to want to locate that envelope with your packing materials before you start breaking down the product. Make sure to set aside your sales aid kit and begin the process of breaking down the pallets. Remember, stack like items to make inventory easier and more organized, and don't forget to report your shortages or overages to your local TNT office. The third process for getting your product is a will call or pickup type option. Please check with your local TNT office to see if this is an option for your organization. TNT will contact you to schedule an inventory appointment or a pickup appointment. On your appointment day, please make sure you bring a lock if you're storing on site or for your vehicle or trailer. You will inventory your merchandise with a TNT associate and then lock up your product in your storage container or trailer, as you will assume possession of all your merchandise at that time. If you are transporting any merchandise, you and your organization want to make sure you are following all DOT, Department of Transportation guidelines. First, you must make sure that any time you're transporting merchandise, it is always under 1,000 pounds, unless the person transporting the product has a hazmat endorsement on their license. You need to carry a proper bill of lading whenever transporting merchandise. This can be provided to you by your local TNT branch. Your product must be braced and separated from the passenger compartment of your vehicle. You or the person transporting product must have a hazmat test on file with TNT and also a copy in the vehicle. TNT will provide you with as many tests as you need because any person driving product for your organization needs to have taken this test. Please make sure you turn in a copy of any test taken to your area manager. There can be serious consequences and fines if you're caught not following these guidelines. So please, don't jeopardize your season and make sure your organization is following all DOT guidelines. Once the selling period is over, I'm sure you're wondering what you and your organization are going to do with all your leftover unsold product. Well, I have great news for you. TNT allows you to return all your unsold merchandise for full credit. Returns begin July 5th and are scheduled either at a local warehouse or a satellite return center. Make sure you schedule your return with your area manager and remember to arrive to your return appointment on time. We want your return process to be as smooth as possible, so we ask that you follow a few rules on your return day. Here are a few return center rules to help get you in and out quickly on return day. Number 1, all items must be returned in sellable units. 2, all product must be packed in original boxes and make sure like items are packed together. 3, all boxes should be properly sealed with 3-inch tape. This tape can be found in your sales aid kit. 4, make sure you have your product inventoried before your appointment. If you arrive not inventoried, you run the risk of missing your appointment slot. 5, pack any damaged product into a case and label it markdowns. 6, remember to return all point-of-sale devices including iPads, chip readers, scanners, and their respective charging cables. Please also make sure these devices get returned in the same condition they were rented out. Finally, please bring a check with you to your return center to pay the bill. And congratulations, you've successfully completed your fireworks fundraiser.